Hi, how are you today?
Good, good. You?
Good, thank you. My name is Emily, and I'm one of the counselors here at the Counseling Center. And first, I just wanted to go over a few things before we start today. I just want to make it clear to you that anything you state, that you say to me stays in this room between you and I. I will not tell anyone else. It stays completely confidential. The only time that anything you say would ever leave this room is if you express to me that I should be concerned for you or anyone around you. And that's the only time I would ask for help from my supervisors or let authorities know. And lastly, I just wanted to let you know that the first few sessions of these therapies will just be a lot of questions asking about you, your background, and if you don't feel comfortable asking or answering these questions, that's fine. Just let me know. And asking these questions in the next few sessions will just help me create a therapy that will best fit your needs. Okay, so what is your name, your full name?
My name is Jose Palacios.
Hi, Jose.
Hi.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
And your gender?
Male.
And ethnicity?
Latino.
And how old are you?
20.
And today, who referred you to come here?
Well, it was my parents that set the appointment and everything. I just came in.
So it was your parents?
Yeah.
And why did you come?
Well, they said to me, well, they were telling me that they were concerned about me
Mm-hmm.
and that I should talk to somebody. If I wasn't going to talk to them, then I just should talk to somebody or, I don't know, seek help.
Okay. And what created the concern that they have for you?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess they are worried because, I don't know, it's been a couple of weeks and where I've been drinking quite heavily
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I've been act quite odd, being very angry all the time, being pissed and yelling at them without reason, and I can understand why they're concerned.
Okay. And you mentioned your heavy use of alcohol. Is there any reason for that, or is it just something that,
That
you've done for a while?
Well, I've definitely been drinking for a while. I mean, but I've seen it. And people have told me that I've been drinking more and more these couple of weeks, and I guess, I mean, if a lot of people say it to you, there's gonna be something there, right?
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, that's what they say to me, and I don't know, maybe they're right.
Is there a reason behind why you're drinking so much?
I don't know, I just find it soothing, it just calms me down. Whenever I have a lot of thoughts in my mind, it just calms me down. I guess, like you say, I find peace in it.
And have you ever participated in any sort of therapy before?
No,
No. So this is your first time
my
speaking.
first time speaking to somebody.
Okay. Well, talking about your family, are you currently living with your parents at
Yeah.
home? You are? Okay. And can you talk about your relationships with your parents and how that is?
Well, they're both great. I mean, they're always nice. I'm an only child, and they were, always aware that if I needed something, they would take care of it. If I asked for help, they were always there. And they were pretty laid back, pretty relaxed, and I do care about them a lot. And I know, and expressed it so many times that they do care about me.
Okay. And is there any medical history I should know about in your family?
Medical history? Well, I'm not really sure. I don't really hang out with my grandparents that much. I remember I did when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I never saw anything different. My grandfather died a couple of years ago. He was like 88 or something.
Yeah.
But I think it was just natural causes. But other than that, not really.
Do either of your parents partake in drinking activities?
I remember when I was little that I could see my dad coming drunk on a weekly basis. I guess, I don't know, I always thought that he was just, enjoying himself.
Mm-hmm.
But he did pretty often.
He did. Okay. And when was the first time you participated in drinking?
I was about 14 years old. I remember I was at a friend's party and his cousin got some beers,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just started drinking, and then it became something that we do pretty much every week. I don't know, it made everything more fun, relaxed. I don't know, I enjoy it.
Okay. And while you attended high school, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I graduated
Okay.
years ago.
And what other activities did you do in high school? What other hobbies or did you get out of high school?
Well, I wasn't a student, wasn't grades weren't my thing, but I used to play for the basketball team, and that was pretty much it my whole thing in high school.
Okay. And why did you give up basketball?
Well,
How long did you play for?
I played for 2 years, and I dropped it when I was turning 16.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped it because it was just so time consuming. I mean, it was every day practice, 2 hours, and then it was just, you gotta don't smoke, don't drink, and, be healthy and blah blah. It was something that I started losing interest to.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to hang out, I wanted to drink, I smoked cigarettes, and it definitely became a problem. So I decided, just to quit it.
Okay. And how much do you smoke?
I would say I smoke maybe 5 to 10 cigarettes per day.
Okay.
Something like it depends. When I'm drunk, I usually smoke more.
Mm-hmm. And did you attend any sort of higher education after you graduated?
Well, I went to community college for a while. It was okay, but I just didn't like the structure and schedules and waking up early and then homework and stuff like that. So I decided just to take some time off and then just stay with that time off.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just a semester,
Just a semester.
just one semester.
And are you working? Are you employed anywhere at the moment?
I had some jobs in the past. Right after I quit college, I was waitress at this place, and then I was working with dishes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess I didn't do a good job. They fired me a couple of months after that. I guess again the schedules coming in early, and I messed up some orders. I didn't think it was a pretty big deal, but I guess the manager did. And I didn't come into work some days. I was unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they didn't think I was good enough, and I stopped doing that, and just remain not doing anything really.
Okay. And reflecting back to your family, do you think, being around your dad while you were young and he was under the influence, do you think that has affected the way you present yourself now, or how you're handling your drinking, and do you think that has a main
Something to do
effect
with
on- Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought he was having a good time. I never saw it as something wrong. He was competent. He would go to work. He would come. He would spend time with me. But he just did it on a Friday, Saturday, and I guess he could do it.
Mhm.
He's a grown man, and he needs some time for himself too. But and when I do it, I don't think about my dad. I just do it, and I enjoy doing it. but I guess I can understand their concern because it's definitely been a huge change since the accident, and I can understand why they're concerned.
And you just spoke of an accident. Would you mind explaining that to me if you can?
Well, we're talking about stuff, so I guess I just mentioned it. A couple of months ago, me and my friend were getting out of this club. I had some drinks on me. I thought I could drive.
Mhm.
I didn't see the red light, and a car just hit us on the side. I was perfectly fine, just from a few bruises. But my friend, he died there. And since then, all I've had in my mind is how stupid I was. How, he's dead because of me. How can I live with that?
Oh, so that I'm sorry for your loss, and that is a really tough situation to deal with at such a young age, being 20. And were you close to this friend?
Yeah, we're pretty close.
How long have you known him, or did you know him?
I know him for middle school. Since we were 7 or 8 years old.
So you knew him for quite some time.
Quite some time, we're pretty close.
And have you reached out to his family at all? Are you still in contact with his family?
Not since the funeral.
No.
I don't think that they even want to see my face.
Right. And were you close to them beforehand? Were considering he was your best friend?
Yeah.
Did you have a strong relationship with his family?
I knew his mother treated me like a child. I would always be there, even though he was not there. Just go to her house and she would cook for me, just watch TV. I felt like at home. I didn't see his dad much often, but I really felt like at home when I went to his place. But now I don't really think he even want to see my face. I completely understand it.
And besides your best friend, did you have anyone else who you'd often hang out with, or a relationship that you were involved in, someone that allowed you to talk to them?
Well, I had my girlfriend until a couple of weeks ago. We broke up because she thought I was too aggressive, I was drinking too much. I said, some stuff that I can take back, and that was the end of it. But yeah, nothing since that.
And how do you think your drinking, if your girlfriend at the time thought you were aggressively drinking, how do you think that will affect your future in general?
Well, to be honest, right now I don't think about the future. Right now, I don't really think about anything. I just want to get numb by alcohol because I can't get rid of the guilt. I cannot see my face in the mirror. Every time I close my eyes, I remember what happened. I remember what everything said. That you're drinking and driving. It's your fault. And I don't know. I guess I found relief in alcohol, something that could numb me up and not think about it. Not think about anything at all. And I guess that's why I do it.
And speaking of your girlfriend again, your friendships, are there any other hobbies that you're interested in besides basketball? Are there any other
activities?
Yeah.
Not really. I like watching sports. I like to hang out. But besides that, not really. I mean, my girlfriend will just set up stuff that we can do. Go out, eat outside, go to the park, whatever. I just follow along, but not really right now. I just want to go to the bar and just stay there until they close. Go back home, sleep.
Have you ever considered joining some sort of activity to take your mind off of things, or to meet new people?
I've never thought about it, mainly because, I don't know, I don't think an activity could really take my mind off it. It's not that I'm saying you won't, it's just that I don't really think so. And 2 hours alcohol is fast. I can get to it, just drive to a place, I don't really have to do anything else.
And would you ever consider anything like that? I mean, looking at the benefits of joining some sort of group and making new friends, meeting new people, and potentially creating friendships that, could last for the rest of your life. Would you ever consider joining, I mean, even if you played pickup basketball or something, to have someone else to talk to?
I guess I could, I guess it's easy. I could just go to the park, and some people that are playing there. It's not really something I have thought about, actually, until you mentioned it. I don't know, I guess I can try. I mean, I do have a lot of spare time, and it's definitely something I could try and see what happens, at least, I mean, I'll, at this point, I'm willing to try anything just to get my mind out of it.
And back to this accident that recently happened that you mentioned, are there any outstanding legal problems that have come along with this accident? Being underage and being in an accident,
Well,
being responsible.
it was actually, my dad actually took care of it after it happened. I called my dad just after it happened, and I said just to get away from there. I just took off. Although his family never pressed charges against me, I don't really know why. I would, but besides that, my dad pretty much took care of it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before. And also, with the accident and you being very fortunate that your family is able to help you in that way, have you ever felt that your family hasn't been there for you, that they wouldn't, or that things do come too easy, almost to say?
They were always, still are, it's pretty much amazing how supportive they are. I guess I will only realize that when I have my own child, but what really bothers me about the situation is, how can I get out just bruises and he dies? How does that work, Is there a God that said you live and you die? Why? It was my fault. Why did it happen to me?
So it seems that you're struggling with the grieving process of the death of your friend. And have you ever considered talking to his family again, or trying to clear things up with them and explain what happened almost to them?
I tried to talk to his brother, his older brother, but he didn't want to talk to me. I guess it's too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I killed their son. I don't know how they will ever want to talk to me again. I don't see it in any immediate future.
I understand that. And going back to your working situation and your employment, do you have any goals for the future that you have regarding your employment? Is there anything specific that you have planned for yourself, or that's something you would like to reach?
Well, not really. When I went to college, I didn't really know what to do. My dad is saying, try to get something, just like you said, basketball, but he wants me to get a job. He says that finding some sort of a schedule, make me more responsible, blah, blah, blah. And, but not really, I haven't really looked at any jobs or anything. I mean, I haven't really set any goals.
And can you express to me what you think your strengths are?
My strengths? I haven't thought about it. Um, I don't know. People always say I was a good listener. I don't really know what you mean about that. I guess I would just nod, and that's it.
Mhm.
But I really never thought about it.
Okay. Well, that's a great strength to have. And going further with this program or the therapy that we're going to be having, I think it'd be good for us to set some goals for yourself. And with those goals, maybe we can set goals about your future or even within your family and creating new relationships or creating stronger relationships with your parents and even clearing up your relationship with your best friends, his family. Because I think that would be an ideal situation. And before we end today, I would just like to go back to your family, and if you could express in words how you feel about your relationship with your mother and your father, and how you feel about coming to therapy.
Well, I do love them dearly.
Mhm.
They've been, I don't know, really supportive throughout everything. And they still get me the house, and still, they're nice to me, even though I'm not really doing anything myself. Um, I don't know. I think it's okay. The relationship, it's okay. I guess I will have to find something to do in the future. I cannot say like this. And like I mentioned before, I can understand they're being worried about me. I mean, it was really messed up, and I really didn't talk to them because I really don't think a lot of people can understand what happened. I mean it's not like every day it was just a regular night that we went out and this happens. I never get to see him again, and it's just not something that you will think that you would never think of something like that, and it just happens. It was so messed up, and it freaked me out so much that it can happen at any time, any moment. And when it did, it took my friend, and it was all my fault.
And one last thing. Earlier you mentioned you feeling angry. Have you been feeling any other feelings along with anger and
I was sad. I was really, really sad when he passed away.
Right.
I'll never get to see him. But then it just turned out to anger at myself, because I was driving. I was drunk. I didn't see the red light. I didn't stop. If I had just stopped, none of this would ever happen. And I'm just angry at myself, I'm just mad at myself for not thinking it twice, for not really, having somebody else driving. And I still have it with me, for all the things that I could have done differently, he would still be alive.
Okay, Jose. Well, I think we went through a lot of information today, a lot of material, and I think we have a really good starting point for our next therapy session. And I think that if we start making goals for yourself and looking towards the future, that good things will come. So I hope it wasn't that bad for you today.
It was okay to talk to somebody, outside, people I know, just listen.
And well, I'm glad to hear that. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you come back next week for a second session with me.
I think I will actually like that.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
sure.